Alright, this is the 2014 sample paper for the Leaving Cert Ordinary level. This is question 3 and it's complex numbers. So, given that W equals U minus V minus 2, we have to evaluate W. Well, we have two complex numbers up here. We have 3 plus 2i and we have V is minus 1 plus I. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sub in. So we know W is equal to U, which is 3 plus 2i, minus V, which is minus 1 plus I, and then minus 2. So all we have to do now is we work this out. So 3 plus 2i, we have minus by minus, so this is plus 1, and we have take away plus I, which is minus I, and we have negative 2. So now what we're going to do is do our reals together and our imaginaries. So real parts, we have 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 2 is 2, and then we have 2i minus I is just plus I. So W equals 2 plus I. And that's that. So then for part B, we have to plot all of them on the diagram. So I'm just going to write them again here. U equals 3 plus 2i, V equals minus 1 plus I, and W we just found to be 2 plus I. So real axis, imaginary axis, U is 3 plus 2i. So that would be here. That would be U. V is minus 1 on the real axis and plus 1i on the imaginary. And W is 2 plus I. So that is there. That is W. And that's that. Alright, now we'll move to the part C here. So we have find 2u plus v over w. So remember we have all these complex numbers. So I'll just write them here. U equals 3 plus 2i, v equals minus 1 plus I, and w equals 2 plus I. And we want 2u, 3 plus 2i, plus v, all divided by w, which is 2 plus I. So let's tidy up the top, multiply them out. 2 by 3 is 6, and 2 by 2 is 4i. And we have minus 1, and we have plus I, all divided by 2 plus I. And then we have reals together. 6 minus 1 is 5, and 4i plus I is 5i, all divided by 2 plus I. Now, remember, to divide complex numbers, we have to multiply top and bottom by the conjugate of the bottom. So first of all, what is the conjugate of the bottom? So for the conjugate, what we have to do is change the sign of the imaginary part. So the conjugate of the bottom would be 2 minus I. And I need to multiply top and bottom by that. So, let's multiply. So I'm going to multiply the top. I'm going to just do it separately here just to make it clear. So the top we will have 5 plus 5i by 2 minus I. Let's do this a long way. Let's break up the bracket. So I want 5 by that bracket and 5i by the second bracket. And we get 5 by 2 is 10, 5 by minus I is minus 5i, plus 10i minus 5i squared. Let's tidy up. 10 and then we have plus 5i minus 5 and I squared. Remember, we change that to minus 1. So then we have 10 plus 5i plus 5, which leaves us with 15 plus 5i. And let's do the bottom of the multiplication. So the bottom is 2 plus I by 2 minus I. I'm just going to do this a quicker way. So 2 by 2 is 4. And 2 by minus I is minus 2i. Plus 2i. And I by I minus I is minus I squared. They will cancel. I will get 4 minus 1, which is 4 plus 1, which is 5. So I've done the hard part. I've done this multiplication. So the top of my answer, let's just put this equal sign over here. So I end up getting 15 plus 5i all divided by 5. And that simplifies down. 5 goes into everything. 5 goes into 5 once, 3 times, and once, which means my answer is 3 plus I. And that's the complex number question.